this is a representation of the Ganesha energy. Ganesha is not like this. Ganesha is an energy. But how do you visualize energy? Very difficult. So you need a form. So that form will have very subtle lessons. Ganesha will, the sharp eyes, listen more, digest well, find the best out of everybody. That kind of lessons are taught through this image, like this statue. Right? Shiva is not like a dreadlock and trident holding. Why he is holding a trident? The trident that he is holding?
Trishul.
Like, there is something like Trishul.
Trishul.
So he is holding the trident. Why? That is our visualization. We visualized Shiva like this. Why he is holding trident, for example? This is nothing but three nadis.
Ida,
Pingala,
Pingala,
and
Sushumna.
And this is where your energy has to flow. So when you are looking at Shiva, you are reminding yourself, Shiva is not with a dreadlock and all of that. That's a visualization. There is an energy called Shiva, which you want to connect. You have a specific different types of mandalas for that, different mantras, and these mantra and mandala, if you connect them properly with something called some right techniques. Techniques are called tantra. Literal meaning of tantra is techniques. Mantra, the sound forms. Sound. There are actually different sounds. Have you noticed? Sound is the most powerful weapon that we have used.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
What is your language? It's nothing but sounds. Like you produce sounds. Through sounds, you can make somebody laugh, you can make somebody cry. Everything is just because of the sounds. Right? So, sound energy is something, if you observe it, across all cultures, we tried to work out of something, like from sounds. Right? Sounds. And then you have mandalas, energies that are consecrated in one place. If you remember, we had a discussion on temples. Right? Temples and the natural structures are this one. It can be a mandala if you really know how to extract energy into one place. Or some drawings, like this. And then you have right techniques. That is called tantra.
So would you say that mantra is everything what we hear and mandala what we see, and putting them together is tantra because we combine?
Yeah, not only what you hear, what you produce also. Not only what you see, what you create
I
also.
mean sound and
Sounds,
visualization.
structures, if you want to put it in simple words, sounds, structures with the right techniques. This entire practice is also called tantra. So when you say tantra, it's a combination of tantra, mantra and mandala.
Can you explain one thing?
Sorry?
Can you explain one mantra?
This tantra, which is the tantra practice, is a combination of techniques, structures and sounds.
Like, what do you mean by technique? Yeah, what do you mean?
There are,
An example.
what you generally see will be the rituals. If you see in the today's language, you will see different types of rituals. Those rituals, they are not really like just a dumb ritual or a religious ritual. Most of the practices that you have today, many times the one who is doing it or the one who is receiving it might not be knowing it. Okay, in Indian practices today. But if you look at most of the rituals, they are coming from two basic sources, Purvamamsa and Tantra. That's why rituals are not dumb. But the thing is, many times we don't know now because of colonial hangover. We have our own issues to face. We thought like this is all nonsense. We looked at the hat and the cowboy hat and the whole white skin that was so beautiful. So we kind of forgot. And this was also seen like with patriarchy, oppression and stuff. We kind of throw it out. So that's why we don't know a lot of times now. Those are the rituals, and you have specific mandalas. Next time, if you are in a ritual, okay, if you are participating in a ritual, remember this and observe. Whatever the ritual will be, most often the ritual starts with worshipping Ganesha, because he is the deity of the Mooladhara Chakra. Okay, the energy of Mooladhara Chakra is Ganesha. That's why in Indian practices we say everything that you do, first worship Ganesha before you do anything. Why? Not only that, if you want to worship Shiva, you worship Ganesha first.
Yeah.
Ask permission to worship his father. Shiva is the father of Ganesha. Why? It's not Ganesha, elephant head.
Oh.
The energy the deity of your Mooladhara Chakra. If your Mooladhara Chakra is aligned, then you start the first work. Like your venture will be proper. That's the meaning. Right? So that's why you worship Ganesha. Your Ganesha in your Mooladhara Chakra, aligning them properly. Then you get into the specific rituals.
Good.
When you're invoking the deity, does that mean that as you're attracting that energy, does that take away from their energy? Like how do they feed themselves?
Okay. Difficult to say. Not go there. Just a simple idea is our body is made up of 5 elements. But largely you have the earth and water element. Other parts are lesser, earth and water. Why do you think the body structure has to be like this only, where earth and water has to dominate? Some soul can have a body which is 5 element dominated. A structure, a soul could be having air element dominated. So that's why you will see that in the folklores or in the cultures, in religions, you will across the world, you will see the gods concept, gods multiple. Whenever you have the polytheistic practices, mostly everywhere you will see this. Gods have been appearing and disappearing. They appear and they disappear. Right? And this is not like in one place, this is not just in India. You go to any tribal culture also anywhere in the world. How is that even possible that they appear and disappear? If you have never seen anything like this, never ever. The whole world has the same story. Because your movement, if you have the fire element domination or air element domination, your movement can look appearing and disappearing. So that's why it's not energy transmission like, you have 100% and it goes to somebody and then it becomes 90%. Because it's more like assisting when you are invoking, a part of it is helping you. That's why you have the deities. So this concept of gods is different from, but if you look at it, even those deities are also coming from the consciousness only. That's why everything is one. Okay, now we do forget pranayama.